Good afternoon, guys. How are you doing? Keeping well, I hope. Right, just get myself sorted. Yeah, got my clip-ons today. I'm working close. ×2 magnifiers, brilliant things. Right, what we're going to do, first off, in the description down below, there's 3 lots of t-shirts going on at the moment. There's for those who are of a sarcastic bent, shall we say, we've got the "Oh yeah" t-shirt. So that link's down below. We've got the Funnel Club t-shirt, link to that down below. And I think at the moment the most important one is the Fingers Club t-shirt. It's Scott, the Blue Light Turner, who's done that one, and it's to raise funds for, I think, the family of a colleague who passed, and also other NHS charities as well. So we've got that. The way I'm going to do this today, I am expecting Dale to come in, but he's not in at the moment. So what I'll do, I'll stop every 5 or 10 minutes, and when I stop, then you can ask questions and things like that. I'll check back in the chat and everything for stuff that's going on. I'll just have a look and see who's in at the moment. Nick's in, Jay's in, Dave Carter, I just saw your post there about having to make one for the wife. Mike's in, Ting's turning, Mick Hughes, Andy, hi Andy, David, afternoon David, Doug, Chris, Wayne Bigfoot, hi Wayne, hi Val, Sharon's in, hi Sharon. I think that's about it for the moment. Right, so I'll just change camera and I'll let you see what I'm going to be doing. Oh, I just knocked my bloody chat off again. See that back up. Overhead. So there we have it. It's a piece of bidouk. It's around about, well, what's sticking out the chuck? I've got some of it in the chuck. So it's just short of 9 inches long. It's 1 inch square at the moment. So we're going to be turning that down into round. This end is going to be the end where the hook is. So the handle is going to be at this end. These, you're always better off doing these custom made, because you need to know the size of the person's hand. And this is, okay, it will be usable at the end, but it is a representation. Crochet hooks come in all different sizes depending on the size of the yarn that people are using to do the crocheting with. This one's going to have around about a 5mm stem, with a bit of decoration for the handle. Oh, Martin's in. Hiya, Martin. So we'll get on. I am going to be using the dreaded skew today. We're turning at around about nearly 2,500 revs a minute there. So I'm just going to start getting it rounded off. That's rounded off. Get a bit of tear out at the end, not concerned. It's just where the grain's going, a little bit in a different direction in this. This is all going to get turned down. So handle size will go for around about there. Just get that marked. And now we'll start concentrating on taking this down. Take my magnifiers down. Now the stem on the crochet hook doesn't actually have to be that long, to tell you the truth. And again, like Chris did in his live last night, I've got a ring center in here, so there's less chance of it splitting the wood. Right, I'll just stop there for a second, have a look back in the chat, see if there's been any questions. If anybody wants to ask a question just now, they can do. Right, Martin's asking, are these the O'Donnell jaws? Yes, they are, Martin. This is the middle-sized jaws that I'm using. The good thing, I'll just turn the camera a bit so you can see them. The good thing about these jaws is that the inside of them are actually parallel. So I've just got the square piece of wood just put straight in there, and that locks them down nice and tight. Back into the center again. There we go. Hi, Adrian. Hi, John. First bit wasn't much, John. I was just rounding it down. Hi, Free Living. Nice one, Adrian. Yeah, no, not a musical crochet. No. Are they any good for a bobbin blank, or are they too wide? I think they might just be a little bit wide for a bobbin blank. This one's an inch across. This blank's an inch across, and that just fits nicely. But the smaller jaws, I'll just grab hold of one of those. The really small jaws for the O'Donnell chuck would probably be just a nice size for doing bobbins. John, yes, you probably could use his pen jaws. No, Mike, I don't think I can turn a semi-clef. I've probably picked the wrong piece of wood for doing this. Padauk is quite open grained. Ideally, it would be better done with something quite close grained to do this. Let's have a look on how I'm doing. A wee bit to go at this end, then I can start working back. That's it. That's at around about 5 mil. So now I can start taking it back so I can get it the same diameter all the way. Umpa wood. Now it will get smaller, Mike. And the hook is going to be going into here, not into here. And like I said, the stem doesn't have to be this long, because what I believe anyway, I've never done any crocheting, but when you actually crochet, you're only putting the hook through, picking up the yarn and then pulling it back through again, so it doesn't actually have to be this long. And I notice a piece coming out there. There's a little sliver of wood come out there. Nearly there. Oh, thank you, Twisted Trees. Very nice of you. Well, I've made this one extra long then. If the 40mm tipped a handle, I've made this one extra long. But it's more decorative. Just using my detail spindle gouge now. Drop the tool rest down. Turn the lathe off while I'm doing that. Drop the tool rest down. Just to finish up this edge here. And then we'll just do some shape on the handle. Hey Robert. Right, get some sanding done. It's a nice, or probably a fairly quick turn today. Just going to come in a bit more on the top of the handle. Going to put a bit of a point on here now. Right, just hit that with some 240 when I find it. Let's take a couple of beads on. I'll just hit one on. There we are. Put some sand and sealer on that now. Yes. Hi Barry. Now hit it with the usual Yorkshire grit. Turn the speed down and work the grit in. Wayne, you should get it to try doing some bandsaw boxes. Aye, squeaky. That's the thing, we're working with things this small. That's what she said. Right, now comes the interesting part. Now let's just, excuse me a minute while I find a tool for the Dremel. Right, I'll sort out which one I need in a minute. Oh, what you been doing, Wayne? She's got a Wayne Clasper inspired job on at the moment. She's probably sitting on the couch having a glass of wine then. Right. Now we've got to decide on where to put the hook. This is always the difficult decision on how to do this. You can just do this using a knife. It's probably the safest way of doing this. But since I've made the stem this long, if I make a mistake, I will be able to correct it. Let's just see if I can quickly move that there. Let's see if I can. Sorry to mess you about. That's better. That's better. You should be able to see what I'm doing now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in with this cut-off tool in and around about there. That wobbles about a bit as it's supposed to. That should be okay. This is probably where I'm going to totally cock it up. I will fasten off the spindle, put the spindle lock in. There we go. And now I'm just going to very gently go in here. I'll bring the tool rest across. I should be able to hold that, take it in a bit. Just for something to rest my hand on. I feel like Andy Hill carving stuff. Let's have a look at that. That doesn't look too bad. I will just swap over put that in there. Let's try that one. And if I can, I bet that won't lock down. Oh, it has locked down in the right position. So now I can just, if I can, finish carving this out. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I think that will do for that. Tell you the truth. Get a piece of sandpaper. Just using a piece of 240 just to give this a quick sand. A piece of wax on there. Good question, Ian. Am I paying attention to the grain direction? Yes, I am. And the reason behind that is Mind you, the grain on this is actually going in a few different directions, but usually on a piece of, I'll just grab a piece of wood and show you what I mean. Oh my God, I've got a piece here. Right, so the grain usually on spindle work, oh God, that's gone all huge now. I'll just adjust that again. Bear with me a second. So obviously the grain goes that way. But if you have a look at the end, you can see how the grain goes also is going across that way as well. So if I was to cut the hook in here, it wouldn't have very much strength. But if I turn the piece of wood that way and then I cut the hook in there, it's going to have more strength. So yes, Ian, in answer to your question, you do take note of what the grain direction is. Right, so what I'm going to do first is just part off this bit at the end. And that's that done. Then I will come across and part off at the other end. Just give that a quick sand and just over the top. Where am I? Yeah, still can't see properly. I've got it. I'll knock that camera back out again, I think. Oh, wrong one. There we are. So I'm just giving that a quick sand on the end just for some 240, just to clean it up a little bit, and then I'll just stick some wax on the end. And there we are. A nice little crochet hook. That one's about, like I say, the stem is about 5mm in diameter with the hook on the end. And I did say you do get, obviously, different sizes of crochet hooks and stems. So, and can't remember who said that they're usually about 40mm from the end of the hook to the handle. So turning 40mm long, very thin, is a hell of a lot easier than turning something this sort of length. But there it is, guys. That was short and sweet. I expected this to take a bit longer than that, to tell you the truth. I'm going to stick the lid back on stuff. Let's see what's... No, Ian, I've got no idea how to use them either. Sharon, I just chose Padauk because it's a nice decorative wood. This probably isn't going to get used for anything unless I give it to my sister. The one that I had in the thumbnail, I gave to my sister. She wanted a crochet hook. I did that. I probably did that 2 years ago, that one. And she adores it. She uses it all the time. So this could be used. I probably shouldn't have chosen Padauk because it's quite an open grain and it's difficult turning an open grain wood very, very thin. You're much better off with a close grain wood, the likes of yew, the likes of beech. Which other close grain wood would work? Oak's quite open. There's loads of close grain woods out there, but that's it. Anybody else saying anything? I think I've just answered Robert. Robert's asking which wood's best. Gives a song, Wayne. No, Barry. I like people staying on the channel. I don't want people rushing off in the droves because I start singing. Oh my life. Pink ivory would probably work very well, Chris. That's fairly close grained. Holly as well. Martin Dickinson's put in holly there. Yeah, holly's close grained. That'll work well as well. And it's a lovely white, depending on what part of the tree you get. But it's a lovely white wood, holly is. Right then. Okay, I'm sorry about the length of the video today. Or the live, I should say. Wednesday night will be a bit longer. Right, I'm going. I don't know if anybody's seen my logo. My logo is the water drop bowl. That's what I'm going to be doing Wednesday night. I'll not be able to do it in 2 hours. I did think about doing a two-parter on it, but I'm not going to do that either. What I'll do, probably this afternoon, maybe tomorrow, I'll do some prep work. I'll get part of the bowl done, and what I'll do on Wednesday night, I'll start from the beginning. I'll get partway through the process, and then we'll have a Blue Peter moment so I can actually finish the process off. The reason I have to do it that way is because when I'm doing a water drop bowl, you need 24 hours for the water to evaporate before I can lacquer it and before I can do the final turning on it. But it's a very interesting technique. No doubt people have seen it done before. If anybody's wanting to watch how it's done beforehand, I did do a two-part video on it quite a while back. If you have a look back in my videos, you'll be able to see how it's done. If you want a surprise and you haven't seen it done before, wait until Wednesday night. It's a very, very good effect. I got judged in a wood turning competition one time. In fact, I won one wood turning competition with my water drop bowl. That was through General Finishers, which is an American company. And I won loads of freebies for that. But I got judged in a competition at our local club. The judge actually thought I'd used a vinyl wrap for the water drop effect, but no, I didn't. It's all paint, so I do actually paint the thing. Thank you, John. Oh, Sharon also does crochet, so now she can make her own crochet hooks. Chris has said he did a water drop bowl after following your first demo on here, and it worked very well. Oh, thanks, Chris. Grand. Oh, Phil Fine. I'll also be putting on Wednesday nights live in the description underneath on Wednesday nights live. I'll have a link to a charity that Phil is doing a quiz for. Now, Martin Saban-Smith is on 2 nights this week. He's on tomorrow night with the first part of using lacquer, so that's the 5th. And then he's on Thursday night, which is the 7th. Funny that, isn't it, how that follows? Anyway, he's on Thursday night on the 7th, doing the second part of the lacquering live. Now, following the live, Phil is going to be putting a quiz out. So that's on Thursday night, after Martin Saban-Smith finishes his live. Phil's going to be putting a quiz out. I would encourage everyone to come along and join in. It's a charity quiz, so you can make donations, and the donations are going to blood bikes. And this is the guys who basically give up their time voluntarily, using the motorbikes, transporting blood products, even paperwork, things like this. Lots and lots of different stuff they're doing now. But they're doing all the transporting using motorbikes. I know the guys around this area, the blood bike guys around this area, I think it was either March or during April, they covered 25,000 mile, which is the circumference of the earth. So good on them. Come and join in the quiz. Knowing Phil, it's going to be a laugh. So I haven't actually met the guy personally, but for the chats we've had and the stuff that we've been chatting about in various lives and things, I'm sure it's going to be a good laugh. Yeah, Phil's saying they even transport baby's milk for prems. So yeah, that's happening on Thursday night. Remember, links in the description underneath this one for if anybody wants to go out and grab themselves a t-shirt. Funnel Club. The good thing about this Funnel Club t-shirt, this is a real Funnel Club t-shirt, because it comes out on the back as well. You can get them just with it on the front. You can get sweat tops, not just t-shirts. You can get sweat tops. I'm sure he's put a mug in there as well. I'm sure Phil will correct me if I'm wrong. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you guys. I've got stuff to do. Believe it or not, I'm supposed to be carrying on with me patio, but that's probably going to wait until tomorrow now. So, thanks for joining in, guys. Much appreciated, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.